Well, hello there friends, Ken here, welcome back for some more Hearthstone Tavern Brawl. And this week, well, we've got a new quest. Still very nice, but this week is the encounter at the Crossroads. Now, but Ken, I hear you cry. Haven't we done the encounter at the Crossroads before? At least once, I think maybe twice. And, you know, you might be asking, well, why is this? Have the Hearthstone team forsaken us? Has Ben Brode himself cast us out to the Murlocs? And no, you know, we're probably due a repeat in all honesty. So think of it like this. You know, we've been visiting all these exciting new taverns across Azeroth, trying out all these new different brawls at each one recently. It's been quite an adventure, really. But we've heard tell of this new mythical Christmas brawl that's been coming our way, and it turns out it's actually a little bit further away than we thought it was. And so while they're setting up over there, all of the creatures and the legends of Azeroth are trekking across the land, heading towards this mystical tavern, a tavern of wonder. And along the way, we've stopped at a lovely big crossroads. And we're going to have a bit of a scrap, because that's what you do in the world of Warcraft. So, let's get to it, I guess. But basically, I figure what I'm saying is, let's play the warrior, because why not? What I'm saying is, I reckon that I always feel like now that they've got this team, now they've got a team working on the brawls, and they're coming out fairly regularly and routinely with new ones. It's nice to have one repeat one a week, one repeat one a month perhaps, sort of one every 4 weeks. And I think what's happened here is this Christmas brawl is going to take a little bit extra work to do something fancy, and so maybe they're saving that up for next week, which I believe is when the Festivus, or whatever it's the actual name for it is, that's when that will show up in. Should we hang on to Evil Heckler so we can boo our opponents? That's when that will show up in the Tavern Brawl. And in the meantime, look at that, Ysera, fantastic. In the meantime, we've got an old one here. We've got this lovely League of Explorers map as well. Fantastic stuff. And yeah, I think that's absolutely fine. Honestly, like, I don't know that I would do this one again, because we've already had it a couple of times, and it's not the most exciting in the world. It's okay.
Happy Feast of Winterveil.
And there you go.
Happy Feast of Winterveil, chap.
Happy Feast of Winterveil instead, indeed, rather. So I suspect that's going to be our next week's one. So in the meantime, you know, again, I don't know if this is the one I would have picked to do another repeat of, but it's okay. I don't mind the RNG-focused factor. Right, okay. I think we definitely want to trade in here, and then I'm gonna pop out the Ogre Warmaul and try and hit this thing in the face with it. And if not, then we do 4 damage to face, and that's probably okay as well. Might as well use this Ogre Warmaul now, because it's not very reliable. There you go, we've hit face with it, which is fine. It's an acceptable trade. Looking forward to bashing out the old Evil Heckler, booing our opponent. He's a bit of a Scrooge for the Christmas season. A smart trade, sir. Bouncing Blade works here, but I don't necessarily think it's a great option. What I might do is I might see if I can hit this Demolisher. If we can, then we'll play the Cogmaster. If we end up hitting the other chap, maybe we'll think about playing something a bit different. Maybe the Scarlet Crusader is an option, or even the Bouncing Blade then might be quite nice to take it out. So see if we can get lucky. We did, fantastic. In that case, I think I'll play this, because it wins up against the old Gadgets and Jouster. And look at him on his little, I love that. I love his little robotic mount with his little grinning face. Fantastic stuff. So this wins out against this chap, and in fact it wins out against this chap as well. Now he could be facing up against Avenge here, that's possible, but remember this is random cards, so there's every chance that it's not actually going to be that anyway. So, do you want to bop out? Do you want to bop in the attack? See if it's like get down, maybe. See if it's anything fancy like that. Or a redemption or revenge. No, okay. Could be eye for an eye. It could be competitive spirit. It could be the whatever it is that makes your guy have 1 health when he comes in. I can't remember what that's called. Maybe is that redemption? They've all got like very similar names, or several of them have got very similar names. Let's play the Evil Heckler. See if we can find out what it was. Sadly not. Sadly no further indication, although it's obviously not the one that triggers there. So we've narrowed it down. Seems like it's probably either eye for an eye. It's not competitive spirit. Eye for an eye is looking very likely actually. I'm trying to think what else it could potentially be. Because we killed one of the enemies, that's a trigger. We ended our turn, which is a trigger. We played a creature, that's a trigger. I'm thinking it's going to be eye for an eye. Am I me? I just wanted to do the boo. If I'm honest. Should we test out eye for an eye? I kind of want to test out eye for an eye here, because I think it's a possibility.
I'll fix you.
No, okay, interesting. Wait, what does that leave? God, I can't even think. Okay, well, I think we'll take this chap out and maybe play the Ancient Watcher.
I must choose.
No, actually, Bouncing Blade's just going to kill our minion. I don't think it's particularly helpful.
What?
For the crusade.
So let's just go with that for now. Bouncing Blade, it would have been pretty impressive if it killed Bolvar, to be honest. I was contemplating it, but I think it would most likely just have hit the Cogmaster straight away, and that would have been the end of things, and I'd have looked rather silly, to be quite frank with you. I didn't really fancy that. Zap! I don't think you can do anything specific with the crystal after you've charged it up. We're in okay shape here. This is quite a potent card, the Sword of Justice. We got the Mortal Strike, which is of course great as we get later into the game. It's okay now as well, but it will be better later. But maybe we'll use it now. It's certainly a possibility. We've got the we could use the Commanding Shout this turn to maintain our board control. Would the Sword of Justice can still be used to kill our stuff, if that's the case. And I've still not worked out what this secret actually is. I've been mulling it over, and I actually can't think what it might be. Is there a spell-focused one in the Paladin? I didn't think there was. I must say I'm rather torn on this. So
Join or die.
go that way with it. I was so busy mulling over my my options there that I almost ran out of time. But that's fine. We got it done in the end. That Fiery War Extra was pretty clutch for us. Not the best use of Commanding Shout, but it did actually get the Fiery War Axe, so I can't feel too bad about that. And let's just hang on to our Mortal Strike for somewhere where it might be more useful later. Ooh, the Jeweled Scarab, okay. Well, maybe we should play that first and see if we get anything fancy from it. What do we fancy? Do we fancy the shield block? Injured Blade Master, Acolyte of Pain. Acolyte of Pain's quite good with the bouncing blade. Shield block does give us more armor. I think we take the Acolyte of Pain. We're in an okay board position here. We can get away with that. We'll just armor up. We don't need to put the Ancient Watcher out, really. Not a great deal of benefit for us. But I was going to say, if anything big comes out, we can trade in and maybe play the bouncing blade here, and hopefully it should do some fun stuff.
I'll fix you.
Okay, well we got 3 cards out of it, and got this thing down to 6. We can clear it up if we want with the Slam and the Mortal Strike, but that will take 2 turns to do. Alternatively, we've got the Fiery War Axe as an option. I think for now, what's our best ploy here? Baron Rivendell is not particularly useful in this situation. I think we play the Slam. See if we get anything else fancy. Not particularly so. I guess we just take the Fiery War Axe then. Tempting to play the King's Defender, but we might have a taunt later. Would be kind of handy to have, if so. I want to hit him in the face with it. I contemplated hitting the Jawmonger, but I think it's actually probably slightly more beneficial to go face.
Attention, class.
We've always got the Mortal Strike. Ooh, is he going to buff up the Jawmonger here? Yes, he is. Okay. It's a little bit scary. I'm not going to lie. It's a little bit scary. But, well, we'll see what we can do here. We've got several options for sure. The Mortal Strike obviously will do more damage if we hang on to it for now. But you got to be careful about doing that. You don't want to do it like to the detriment of all and every other thing possible. Shield Maiden, always a nice protective card for us. 12 is our limit here. Now we will actually end up going down below that if we take these hits. I think maybe we want to just take this opportunity to maybe clear out the. Do you want to clear that out, or do you want to just get a hit in? I think we want to protect ourselves for now, and we'll bop in on that chap or that lady, I suppose, and then we can perhaps think about dealing with her in a second. Ooh, the Mysterious Challenger. I wonder how many secrets there are in the deck. Well, thankfully, none. As it turns out, worked out quite well in our favour, really. Quite a scary offering up on the board, though. Oh, we're at 12 now, so there's the big Mortal Strike can come in, which we'll definitely do on the Jawmonger. That leaves us with 6 mana. The Shield Maiden is a decent option, but it doesn't let us attack stuff. King's Defender might be the play, and I guess we can drop the Warbot and armor up. Does that let us survive? We'll go down to 8. Yeah, that will keep us alive just about, I think. It's going to be a little bit tight, but
Battle detected.
we can hang on by the skin of our teeth, and we can carry on making it happen here against Eldir S.
I hear you got a problem.
It's a little bit scary, the Ravenholt Assassin.
Reporting for duty. Happy Feast of Winterveil, champion. Happy Feast of Winterveil.
Happy Feast of Winterveil indeed. The Ysera is not like the real pick for us here, I don't think.
I can take the hit.
I actually don't think we have the potency to survive here, much as I'd love to.
Battle commencing.
It's been a tough one, but we've been outplayed on this first one, or outdrawn, or whatever you want to say. It was a pretty good play from Eldir.
Well,
And a fantastic first game. There we go. I enjoyed that. That was a good time. We got some interesting synergies you don't normally see, which I think is actually why I like Encounter at the Crossroads a lot, and that's really a good example of why you get to see weird stuff that you just don't see a lot of the time. How often do you sort of gamble on the bouncing blade against a jawmonger versus your acolyte of pain? Not very often, I'd wager. It was a fun time to mess around with. Then obviously you don't know what you're going to draw, so every card is a fresh new experience. Beneath the Grounds is a fun card. We'll definitely bang that one out. Naga Sea, which is interesting, but we don't really want it in the early game, so we'll shuffle it back in for now. I believe your deck is predetermined before you come out. Look at this, Trade Prince, Gallywix. This is all very exciting stuff, but it's all kind of late-ish game.
Feast of Winterveil.
Look at that. Now we get to finally talk first as the rogue. No more waiting for them and, oh, the pleasure is mine. Look at that. Yeah. Oh. I'm sorry, target dummy.
Happy Feast of Winterveil.
Oh, that was perfect. We had exactly the same idea there. Oh dear. Well, not to fear. We've got plenty of delicious things to do. I'm actually not going to attack with this. I'll hang on to the blade for now. I'm sure there's probably better uses of it, especially with a Tinkers and a coin in our hand. We could definitely do something pretty dirty with that if we need to. Got a Sabotage, which is a card I haven't actually really messed around with too much, but it's quite potent. Destroy a random enemy minion and the opponent's weapon if you combo it. Obviously that's not too essential here, but it's a 4-mana destruction. That's okay.
Happy Feast of Winterveil.
I got you some presents. 3 of them, in fact. 3 delightful presents for you to open later. Look, we've even got this lovely map. This lovely new Winterveil map to mess around with. You can chuck some snowballs. Splat. Little red nose on the catapult as well. What a good time. Yeah, so now here's a good opportunity where we can just sabotage and get rid of this King Mukla. Probably our best bet right now. The alternative is to play the Ogre Ninja, but I don't think that's ideal. The only thing that's kind of putting me off is the secret. It could be a duplicate, or it could be the one that like recombobulates it when it dies. Effigy, I believe. But I think we'll play it anyway. This could also be a counterspell. Effigy. So Effigy's okay because it swaps it out for a 4-mana card. Or sorry, a 3-mana card, which is a lot less potent, and we still have the these lovely bananas that we've been given as a friendly gift from our opponent, returning the favour. Kind of a nicer gift than the little presents we've left in their deck, those Nerubians. But such is the way, I suppose. Okay, now we've got a few options here. The Tinker's Sharp Sword obviously works out okay for us, but we don't have a minion out, so it would be a little bit sad if we played it with no minion. But it would let us clean out this bit of the board pretty easily. The alternative, of course, is to Assassin's Blade before we start doing any funky stuff with old Tinkers. So we could get the Ogre Ninja out, and he could do ogre stuff. It would also have a chance of protecting us from that other ogre on the other side. So let's do that. Let's get our ogre game on. This is RNG all over the board. Oh, hello. Here's someone who's not... Well, in fact, no, she is RNG. She's just a little bit more reliable RNG, should we say. Man, we could get some Wind Fury going on here. That'd be fantastic. Imagine that. I'm thinking we want to sap. And maybe we also want to sap you out of here. And I'm gonna sharp sword oil.
Here we go.
Take you out. And also gonna throw a banana onto my ogre. Go. There you go. Good ogre ninja. Have a banana to, you know. If you give them a banana, they know exactly. They'll listen to you then. They're not really that dumb. They're just got a mind of their own. But if you give them a bit of incentive, a little, you know, a little of the yellow cash, if it were, the delicious, soft, yellow flesh of a banana, can't go wrong. Who doesn't love a banana? I know I love a banana. Now we could gamble bamble here on the Wind Fury, which might just win us the game. Shield block gains us 5 armor. That probably keeps us alive till next turn, but not guaranteed for sure. I'm going to say we want to take this out either way.
Here we go.
Oh, I suppose we should have gambled first if we were going to gamble. I'm not convinced I am going to gamble on this particular turn. It's very tempting, but
Your magic shall not save you.
but I think maybe we'll heal up, just in case there's like fireballs in the opponent's deck. You never know quite what's going on.
Choose soon.
This one. No, that one.
A little sad about that, but we'll get by. We'll banana up. We should have bananaed up first as another tasty treat, but didn't want to overdo it. We'll banana up purely to stop the Magma Rager ping from getting rid of our Ogre Ninja. Oh, I should have gone for the gamble really, but I didn't want to throw it all away against James here. Not unnecessarily, anyway. Oh, the Frost Nova, okay.
I'm ready. I'm not ready.
I'm thinking we silence and then we Enhance-o-Mechano.
Your magic shall
I'm going to silence this one because it gives us a better...
Intensification commencing.
Of course.
gives us a better chance of making it through. We do die to Fireball here. But you got to take that risk. The Soulfire? Soulfire? Outrageous.
Happy Feast of Winterveil.
Absolutely outrageous. Well, maybe we should have gambled on the last turn. Maybe we would have got that Wind Fury. I tell you what, it didn't take my RNG the first time. Tried to gamble on it the second time. Didn't pay off. Right, let's get one more game in. Play as the mage this time. Why not? We can finish off that little triangle. Illuminati confirmed, as they say. Let's see who we find at the Crossroads this time. Theoretically, we're completing daily quests, though I haven't actually won a game. So, you know, take that as you will.
Jaina versus Gul'dan.
Okay, we're up against Super Pants.
You asked for it.
Captain Underpants, I guess, is a superhero. I was going to say in a superhero form, but Captain Underpants is very much a superhero, and he is our friend. So, you know, take that as you will. Don't need 2-3 drops, especially not the arcane golem. You can get something a little bit more tasty.
Happy Feast of
Look at this.
Winterveil.
This is all fun stuff. We got some removal. We got a spell slinger for a little bit of added random factor. I'll deal with that now. Kind of deals 3 damage to the opponent as well for the all intents and purposes. Would have been quite nice against this chap as well, for sure. But that's okay. We've got the Scarlet Crusader who does very well against our Wrathguard friend here.
Happy Feast of Winterveil.
Depart, foul creature!
Oh, very nifty combo. Look at that. Oh, I like it. Ooh, that's delightful. Who'd have thought it, eh? We haven't got a mech. We can't Goblin Blast Mage. I'm a little bit little bit sad about that, to be honest, but such is the way of the world. I guess we'll Spell Slinger and see what pops up in our draw. Valen's Chosen. Okay, that's a pretty delicious one. I wonder what the opponent picked out of that. Probably something like ridiculous, like Pyroblast or something that's we're gonna regret down the line. Alright, let's clear this chap out, I suppose. Not ideal, but we'll get it done. Don't want to leave too much on the board because who knows what kind of crazy buffs might come out here. Crikey! It's always astonishing to me when this comes out, just how many battle cry cards you have in your deck, and you don't really think about it a lot of the time. And I guess, you know, this is random, so it's even kind of crazier to think about how many battle cry cards there could be. But just the way of things. This would make it a 5/5, which is okay. It's not fantastic against the current board, but it's okay. The alternative here is to trade in, play the Goblin Sapper, and then ping, I suppose, which I don't love either. I guess we can use the Valen's Chosen. We can trade in here.
Join or die.
And we'll force the Weblord to trade in. You know, unless the Warlock might have some kind of ping. Oh, the Bane of Doom. Well, that's quite tasty. Oh my gosh, we faced Jaraxxus. He's out in person as well. Look at that. Cracking stuff. Okay, well we've got some options. We've got the Gnomish Experimenter to draw us a delightful card. No secrets, so the Ethereal Arcanist is not the most useful. Jaraxxus is going to be a bit of a pain. Jaraxxus on the board is a fun one. I actually think he's quite good on the board as a 3/15 kind of, especially if you can get him out that early. Might have been more fun to have actually in the slot, but you know. You take what you can get, I suppose. The Blast Mage might be the best option here because he actually, you know, lives up against Jaraxxus fairly well. Even though he doesn't get to do his special power, he can kind of hang out with his Fireball. Doesn't die immediately to Jaraxxus. Oh, that's very scary. Well, that's incredibly scary. Oh, hello, sir. If only Jaraxxus was a beast. I mean, he is a beast, but especially now. But if only he was classed as a beast, and Hemet could give us a cheeky hand here. But doesn't look like that's going to be the case. So let's just hope we can turn into Frost Mage and kind of cheese this one out. Hey yo, Jaraxxus, just chill out, son. Just chill out. You're taking it too hard. You've gone too hard at the gym. Look at these delightful 6-pack abs you got going there, and the rock hard pecs. Look at the size of his biceps. Look at that. Popping out as far as his arm guards do. Crikey. There's a chap who knows what's up. Okay. We don't have a great deal of exciting stuff here, to be honest. The crowd favourite's fun, but it's kind of anti-synergy with the Narubar Weblord.
What to do?
Hemet Nesingwary is kind of okay because of the damage he can do. But I don't think he's fantastic. We could draw a card with Gnomish Experimenter. That's always fun. Everyone loves to draw a card. Should we do that? Hey, we'll get a chicken. An effigy. Effigy's fun. Does the opponent get to see what it is if we don't? If it's not a minion? I'm not sure that they do. 3 cost. I feel like there's a better thing we could get effigies on. I don't want to overdo it, but the 6/4 is quite potent. Our opponent might be able to play out. They've got 9 cards in hand, so they have to play 4 of them out to get rid of that thing. Oh man, they're holding a dragon as well. A little bit scary. I wonder what it could be. Just one of the weaker ones, or could it be a Nixia, Ysera? Man, the possibilities are, quite frankly, terrifying. Okay, well we've got some options here. Sadly, this chap not a dragon, but we can ping down. That leaves us with 7 mana, so we could bop out. I mean, 7's a bit awkward, but we can bop out the Ethereal Arcanist maybe, and the Effigy. See if it plays out that way.
Watch this.
Or should we pop out the crowd favourite and the Effigy? The crowd favourite's a little bit threatening. Maybe the opponent will look to get rid of it. Or maybe they'll just have like another one of those demon wraths or whatever it is. The demon heart. And we'll be done for. I suppose we'll find out in a moment. What about Blingtron into Gorehowl?
You to master.
Oh, hello. Hello, Fugan. Is your brother around? Is he around at all? Okay, well, the Sludge Belch is the obvious pick's going to keep us alive, at least very briefly. Probably not much longer than very, very briefly, but you do what you can. We will have to kill at least one of these chaps if we're going to survive another turn.
I have lethal.
You don't, son. You definitely don't have lethal. I know you might want to have lethal. We got a secret out, I suppose. The Effigy. So, as it didn't get used, let's pop out our Arcanist. And when this dies, we do get the another 5 drop, which might keep us in some kind of spot. I had to get rid of one of the minions, obviously, because of the otherwise the 2-3 kills this, and then Fugan swings in for the big win. And looks like Fugan's going to swing in for the big win anyway. But we tried our hardest, and we got, you know, quite far. Turn 10 and onwards. But in the end, we were defeated by Super Pants. We haven't won any games, which is a little bit sad. But don't worry, there's always part 2. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, be sure to bop that like button and subscribe to the channel for more Hearthstone games and plenty of other different games as well, of course. I've been Ken. Hope you have a fantastic day. I hope you're enjoying the encounter at the Crossroads. Leave me any comments or links to your video for this week's Tavern Brawl, and I'll definitely check them out. And I'll catch you on the next one. Ken out. Cheers.